I don't even know if people are gonna be awake, but I jumped on anyways. Jumped on the live more than anything because I've been having some. Well, I've had a very long week. As a matter of fact, I was supposed to take the day off today and not drop any content, but I ended up doing more than I thought I would. Hey, good evening. I don't know who's in here. I see two people in here. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I think you can because I see the microphone moving. So, as you can see, it's dead as night. Hey, what's up, Jimmy? ¿Cómo está, bicho? ¿Qué putas más pasa? No, más estoy, ha sido, ha sido una semana exhausta. Entonces, a veces cuando estoy muy exhausto me cuesta dormir y más que hoy es viernes y vos sabes cómo es la onda. Bueno, no sé cómo, si sabes cómo es la onda, pero cuando me da insomnio me cuesta a veces. Entonces digo, bueno, la verdad es de que puedo conectarme, puedo conectar, puedo ver si hay gente que está igual que yo. And we could just talk, you know what I mean? Chop it up. Chilling, bro, chilling. That's basically what it is, man. Is that I've had a long week. It's today I was exhausted. I was supposed to take the day off, bro. Like I wasn't gonna drop any content whatsoever. Yo no duermo okay. Yeah, I'll probably go to sleep in like an hour and a half, bro. I'm sure that by then I'll get tired enough. I see three other people in the chat. So nice to see you guys. I don't know how many people are gonna jump on. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. But like I was telling Jimmy, what's up, Jimmy, man? Is that I've just had a very exhausting week. But it was productive. It was productive. So I was supposed to rest. I wasn't supposed to drop any content today. But I ended up doing that little video. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, ¿qué ondas exposing? What's up, man? Chilling, bro. A little bit of insomnia, but I think it'll wear away. But yeah, so I ended up doing that small, that little video. And I think that's kind of what got me thinking because maybe I do have a topic. I wanted to talk about expectations, man. Expectations. There's different types of expectations, right? Um, like the expectations that I'm going to talk about right now. I'm going to talk about the two I have in mind. So I'm going to talk about the expectations of like what do you expect should happen after an action, right? Like what's the expected result of something? I'll talk about that expectation first. And then I'll talk about expectations that either we place on other people or other people place on us, right? And I'm going to give some examples of that. Hey, what's up, Mr. Oxnard? Shout out to you, man. Aquí estamos los night owls right now. Ando de night owl ahorita. Chilling. Hey, nice to see you, Mr. Oxnard. Since there's not many people, I'm actually listening, bro. All right, cool, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna have a conversation with you guys. You know what I mean? I hope at the end of this I do end up giving you guys a message, but I will try to, add some substance. I always try to add substance. Oh, you're still at work? Orderly, Mr. Oxnard. Cool, man. Maybe you can chill for a little bit listening to my drowsy ass voice. But yeah, so it was an exhausting week, and I put up a short. Hey, what's up, peaceful? How's it going, my friend? Let's see. I can always down, but then I missed the mess. Clown. Yeah, that's true. Hey, what's up, peaceful? Chilling, man. Um, so if you guys saw, I put out a short about Moni, right? Because I went into TikTok, um, and I went in there and I kind of had a dialogue with her through the chat, right? So she was live, and I'm over there like, "Hey, are you still down with them fools? Hey, what's up, Greenhorn? You guys can see the short; it's right there." So, um, yeah. So it took. I put a track behind that video, like I put a song behind it. I put one song, and YouTube blocked it. Okay. So fuck, man. So I had to redo it. I put another, not, I mean, you don't really have to redo it with the tool that I use. You just take the track out and you can put something else, right? Or leave it as is, not put anything. Well, I ended up putting another song and YouTube blocked it. And now this would not be happening if I wasn't monetized. Because when I wasn't monetized, I was able to get away with putting a bunch of like different songs, right? Like if you guys go back, you're gonna see that. That's why if you notice on some of the newer videos, I haven't put too much music behind them, right? So with the Moni video, it took a while. Like I wasn't able to get it up. So I just said, fuck it. I took the track out. I just left it as is. So any sound that you hear is from the actual videos, from the live that I took. There's like a TV playing in the background, which kind of made it comical because that first part of the short with Moni, if you guys look at it, it's sped up. I sped it up. So if you hear that little music, that childish music, it kind of fits with the video. But I did not plan that shit. It was that's like the natural audio, right? Because I was trying to put my own track behind, like another song, obviously a copywritten song, but I wasn't able to. YouTube blocked me 3 times. And I said, you know what? Instead of trying to guess if they're gonna block me or not, I'll just won't put a fucking song in, and I'll just throw it up like this, and I'm sure people will get the point, right? It's done less than 1,000 views, but it's good. It's gotten to like 900 something, so it's slowly creeping up. Right now, when we're talking about expectations, I didn't expect that to happen because I've been getting away with shit. Like I've been getting away with putting tracks on my videos and sometimes just getting. And as a matter of fact, I told Sooners because he asked me, he's like, hey man, he's like, look, I keep getting this like alert, like a copyright alert. I'm like, don't trip on that alert. Like if that alert is there, you can still slide the video through. You won't like if we're not even monetized, so don't worry about it, right? So I've put up a lot of videos where I get the copyright. Some I fight, and the majority I've won. I've won like 90% of the copyrights. Others I can't. And then I've had worldwide blocks, right? But that Moni video was getting me mad. It was pissing me off because I'm like, man, how is it even gonna let it through, right? But it did. It finally went up, and you guys can see it there. But that video took me like over an hour of attempts. Like seriously, it took me over. Like I had it already made up, but just trying to load that motherfucker took me over an hour because I kept trying with different tracks. Hey, what's up, Joe Below? Nice to see you, man. Hey, I think you misunderstood something the other night, bro. Hey, we're cool, bro. I wasn't even tripping. I was just like, hey, I think you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, sometimes shit gets lost in translation, bro. Or it gets lost in the fucking comments. Like I see that shit happen all the time, man. But anyways, so that Moni video took me a long fucking time to load. It took me a while. So talking about expectations, that I wasn't expecting to have so much trouble with that little short, especially because shorts allows you to use music. But I think that because it's over a minute long, like that was just too much. Like you just said, now you're fucking, you're trying to get away with too much. So I was like, fuck. So that kind of it kind of started making me think like, am I gonna will I still be able to put the type of videos that I'm used to? Will I still be able to clip videos? Will I still be able to put tracks behind videos? Like, these are all the things that I think about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No big deal, bro. I think it was just some confusion. But anyways, you see, yeah, we good, bro. Yeah. We all do, bro. Especially because you can't hear it. Sometimes we read something a certain way, and it, nada que ver. Has nothing to do with what we're thinking. But anyways, um, so my expectation now had changed. You see how I'm talking about expectation, right? So now my expectation had changed to where I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to fucking like rework how I make videos. Like, am I just gonna be stuck doing lives? And like, what's YouTube gonna allow me to get away with? Hey, what's up? Good buenas noches, Mac. Yeah, Insomnia Friday. It's Friday though. Come on, I did this shit when I was a kid. Now that I'm an adult, no one can tell me shit. Why not fucking take advantage of it and just have a fucking all nighter? And hey, this is really water, just so you guys. Yeah, we're healthy over here. I don't drink. Like, I drink wine. Sometimes I drink, but I can't drink by myself. I can't drink all night. I'm not a heavy drinker. Yeah, nice to see you, Max. Thank you for being here, Max. Thank you for all of you guys that are here. Thank you for your support. I've got 8 people or so it says, but thanks so much. Anyways, so guys are not on Discord. I'm on Discord, but I'm not on the. I'm on the general Discord. But anyways, so as I was saying, you only drink once a week. No, I don't even really drink, bro. And if I drink maybe twice a month. And when I do drink, what we do is we buy 2 bottles of beer, 2 bottles of wine. And it's like my wife, my son, and I. So it's not like I'm drinking 2 bottles of wine to the neck. You know what I mean? I had band practice earlier. We had some beers. All right, cool. You're only cabal. Anyways, so I was like questioning if I was gonna be able to put out videos. And I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't be monetized. Like, how do I get rid of it? Like, how do I stop being monetized? So all of these things were going on in my brain. Um, so I have put out some videos, but if you notice, they don't have too much music behind them, and they don't have all of the production that I normally do. Because I'm like, man, is YouTube gonna block this? Like, why am I gonna put in all the work if YouTube is just gonna block this shit, right? So, you know, I've I've been like there, right, where now I'm kind of I'm understanding it a little bit. But today I was supposed to rest because truly I've felt exhausted, and I think that that's why I have insomnia is because I am exhausted, and I just need to wear out and crash, go to sleep, and that's it, right? Um, Let me see. Ticas, you know that song? Which one? Ah, yeah. Okay. Let me see. Maybe you can do your own music. Yeah. You know. Anyways, let me see. I wish I was an hour away from Ticas. We'd be, yeah, bro. There's a Denny's open right now down here. But anyways, so yeah, I was having my dilemmas with my videos. And then, like I said, today I was gonna take the day off, right? But I ended up doing a live early in the morning. I did a fucking live early in the fucking morning, which I did it because I'm like, I'm probably not gonna be able to do anything because I'm tired. I might as well just do right now that I have time. I'll do it live, and that's it, right? That was gonna be it. But then I ended up editing that video that I put out, the one with Dub scams Becky. I did that all on my phone. I did it on my phone while I was working. But I have to be careful because there's like sometimes I like the misspellings go through, and it's usually my spell checker that fucks everything off, man. I wish I was you drop below. Man, get this fucker out of here. Let me see. I'm gonna put you in timeout mode. All right, there we go. So yeah. Um, and then if you guys watch that video, you're gonna see that I put a song on it. I put a song, but I don't know if it's because it's not very common. At least it's common to me. It's an alcoholics on the alcoholics. It's called Only When I'm Drunk. So I used it at the beginning and at the end of the video, but that's it. Like I didn't intermix it. I didn't use the whole track like I've done in others. Um, but then there's music playing because of the TikTok as well. So I'm like, fuck, man. Expectations, right? Now my expectations were fucked up with YouTube because I'm getting blocked. Like I'm getting blocked. So I'm like, fuck, is it gonna block this video? So I'm like, whatever. I was doing my workout while it uploaded, and it was uploading, and I was watching it. Now do a couple of sets, come and check because you can see the alerts coming up, right? And I was like, man, I don't want to see it go all the way up, and then it turns out that it's blocked, but it went through. And now it can still go through, and you still get like a copyright, like a restriction, like you're not going to get monetized off the video. And I've got a few like that, like recent ones after I monetized, right? We see you've been getting your money. Not yet, bro. That's what I'm trying to see. That's why I'm talking about this a little bit because all of those things are things that I want. I want to get paid by YouTube. But these are things that will restrict you. Copyrights will restrict you. So I have a couple of videos that I put up there that I can't get monetized for. And that's okay. I'm still learning, right? But this video that I put out today, I expected it was going to get blocked. And if it didn't get blocked, I was expecting that it would have a copyright restriction, which wouldn't allow for me to monetize on it. Well, it turns out it doesn't have any of that. That's why. How do you the way that you know that videos are monetized is if you see that you can donate. And I'm not asking no one to donate. I'm just saying that that's how you know. Like if you go into any channel and you go into a video and it allows you to donate on that video, that means that that video is getting monetized. It can get monetized, right? So this video is one of those videos. And then what's up? Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, I've been working out, bro. I've been working out, bro. La pancita iva. I gotta get rid of the stomach a little bit, but I think once I do that, I'm gonna look better than I did fucking like 20 years ago, bro. Straight up, like that's, and I want to talk about that. That's part of the expectation shit that I want to get to. YouTube videos are weird, yeah, bro. They're weird, but yeah, that video went through, man. So that video went through today, and I'm happy because not only did it go through, but it's like it's it's being watched more. Like I'm getting more views faster than any other video that I've put out ever, because you can see like the statistics on YouTube, like which ones are have been seen and have grown and have had the most views, the fastest and the most. And this one's at number one, right? Compared to many others that have like 2,000 views, whatever. Now you may think 2,000 views isn't a lot, but for like a small channel like mine, it's like 3, 4 times my viewership. And I noticed that the majority of my viewers aren't subscribed to me. so so I don't know. So I don't know what's up with that. But I heard yeah. He's a priest all the time, bro. So so the expectation was off, right? My expectation on this was off. Why? Because the conditions have changed. And I think that it's important for us to understand. That's why, I always say this, and it's not anything. I don't do it out of, how can I say this? Out of arrogance. I say it because you guys will notice this in your lives too, right? That when if you guys look and try to understand the whole concept of something, it's much easier to get it done, to maneuver it, and to be successful in it. And that's straight up. Like the more you know about what it is that you're trying to get into, the better decisions you're going to make. And sometimes your decision might be, you know what, fuck that, I can't do that shit. Straight up. You know what I mean? You have to know what you're getting into. And like YouTube, for me, this is, like I said, it's a hobby. If I monetize or not, I would still be putting out videos, but I've got goals, and if I put my goals, I try to reach them, right? So my goal was, man, I want to monetize. Now my next goal is I want to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I know I'm going to achieve it because I've been putting in the work, and I'm getting the views, right? I'm a little channel, but I get the views, and thanks to all of you guys that support me, that watch my videos, that helps. Obviously, it helps, because the algorithm starts like kicking it all over the place, like sending it places, right? So we have to know that we may have like certain expectations on how things will go, but there could be a slight change in the condition and it'll throw your whole shit off. Straight up. Hey, because I remember when I first came, and now you good. That's right. Yeah, bro. When I first came, yeah. I'm cool, bro. Yeah, bro. Some creators start with the best moral intentions and you see the analytics. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And see, and I'm kind of glad you said that, Joe, because that was my struggle. Like my struggle is I don't want to dumb this shit down. Like I don't want to lose in the quality. I don't want to start getting like having to do other shit to get clicks and views. Like I'm not I'd rather just stop doing YouTube. Straight up. Like I'm not gonna come out here and make a fool out of myself. Now what is making a fool out of yourself? To me, it's to purposely come out here and be a clown. Now, there's going to be things that people may ridicule you for, but that does not necessarily mean that you're making a fool of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Just like when they try to like body shame and they try to insult and all of these things, like that to me, I don't consider that like we're making a fool of ourselves. If anything, it's the people acting that way, body shaming and all that, those guys are making a fool of themselves. I don't know if I'm explaining myself correctly, right? But I'm not going to purposely come out here and be a clown for anybody. Yeah, not for anyone. Not for money, not for none of that. That's why I work. You know what I mean? That's why I have a job. And that's why to me this is a hobby. And I'm gonna continue just having it be a hobby. No pun intended, Kawa, no pun intended. Word Jimmy and Trent. Yeah. So, so that is with when we're talking about like what we expect, like what's the expected outcome of something. You have an expectation, but you have to know once again that any variation to the formula will throw you off. Like I was tripping out like a long time ago. I was reading that, how those, I don't see them that much anymore now. But I remember back in like the 80s, like 80s, maybe early 90s, there were still like high divers that would dive off of like platforms into like the pools. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but they're like constantly hosing the area where the diver's going to land. Like they've got hoses, they're breaking up the water. And the reason why they're breaking up the water is because still water gets hard if you fall on impact. Like the surface doesn't break if you're coming full impact. So they spray the water so that so that when you come down, you're able to go through the water without much resistance. That's how life is. So when we're prepared, it's like when we're right there with the hose, like making the water soft so that if we have to dive deep into something, we're prepared. You see, there's a thin line between having a plan on YouTube and creating organic in the movement content without thinking too far. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm trying to do the same. I'm trying to do two things at the same time, bro. You know why? And as a matter of fact, I was having a conversation with Sasquatch. I don't know if he's still listening, but we were talking about art and we were talking about monetizing art, right? And when I was busted, bro, that was my hustle. My hustle was doing cards, doing banos, doing envelopes, doing all kinds of shit, drawing like my drawings, obviously my designs, but sometimes I would mass produce them and I would sell them, bro. So there's a fine line. There's definitely a fine line between your artistic integrity and how much you're willing to sell. and market, because you have to market. You know what I mean? Yeah, fair point. Yeah, that's right. You should have no expectation that will see. I don't know. That's the easy way out. You know what happens when you think that way, Jimmy, is that anything is excusable just to get to what you want to get. What's that phrase? Those the like the ends justify the means. I don't believe in that shit. I don't believe in the ends justify the means, because that's why you have all of these weirdos doing the shit that they do on YouTube. Buenos dias, buenos dias. Nice to see you, baby love substance. Yeah, yeah, that's right, Sasquatch. Yeah, so there is a fine line between artistic integrity, what you're putting out there, the content, and making money. Like, what are you willing to do for them clicks and views? So in my opinion, you have to stick with your gut. If you want videos to reach people, views will come. Yeah, I agree. Like, that's why you guys will see that I'll put out like videos, whatever I feel. Sometimes it's not always about dubs and gunners. That's just easy material. But sometimes I like this live. I'm doing this live to try to speak on these things, on the integrity of putting videos out, and like the like but back to the topic, it's expectation. Like, what do you expect? Like, what is the expected outcome? And knowing that any variation in the formula, or in the situation, can have a diverse effect, or can change the outcome that you're expecting. Once again, talking about expectations. That's like the original topic. And so I just so you guys understand, because I'm going to keep going back to that. Yes, right, peaceful in here. That's a wide range. Yeah, it is. That's why I'm like, maybe, bro, I respect of, yeah, exactly, too. I respect your point of view, but I'm just telling you why for me it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Because I do think that there has to be some integrity. Like, you can't just do it. Like the saying goes, not all money's good money. I believe that. Not all money is good money. Not everything that you can profit off of will necessarily be beneficial to you. Sometimes it enslaves us. Sometimes it puts us into a pocket that we can't get out of, because now the expectation is that you constantly produce that type of content, or that you constantly come out and perform at that level all the time. So you create an expectation as well. I don't know if I'm making sense, bro. You see, I end up getting in depth on things, rules, and don't keep feeding us. Like, yeah, hey, it's the low hanging fruit. Why not take advantage of the low hanging fruit? I got mango trees. I'm gonna pull the ones at the bottom. If I want a mango, I'm gonna look at the one closest to the ground. Hey, you want to get the low hanging fruit. I concur with you. Say, all right, cool, man. Thanks, bro. You don't have to either. It's an open panel here. Let's see. Hell yeah, Tikas, you're making sense, bro. Okay, man. Well, yeah. So once again, let's see. They say money is the root of all evil. Yes, but I think it's not necessarily the money, it's the ambition. If that is your bottom line, if your bottom line is money, then yes, because that means that you will do anything to get money. Like, you will find ways, right? Of scamming, of scheming, and that's what we're seeing online. That's why we denounce a lot of the shit that we denounce, because a lot of it is rooted in money. And if you guys were watching the Ladies of Exposed Tube, and things that we've been noticing with that group, that TikTok group, is that honestly they sold Moni out of a sense of, we can make more money with Gunner and Dubs. They made a cutthroat business decision, and they put their friendship. They put money and business over friendship, and unfortunately, that's how it is sometimes. I don't truly blame them, but the way they went about it was fucked up, because like, you can talk to people, like, and they might not like it, they might not want to hear it, but sometimes you got to be straight up, like, hey, listen, man, I'm trying to move in this direction, and I don't think we're going to be able to do it. Like, I need to do it on my own, right? And sometimes people don't want to hear that shit, but it's better to be upfront than to like create an issue to get rid of people. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's see. Perhaps your expectations should be focused on how you feel about the videos. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, bro. But I think it goes both ways. I think you should be because if you think about, so I mean, let's be real, bro. Ratings are ratings, and see, I've been fortunate enough to understand and to learn how to forecast shit, like how to see how shit's going based on the performance I saw in the past to the performance I expect in the future. You can forecast it. That you can, but you have to be like a really good student at what it is that you're doing. That's right. That's right. Let's see. I don't think John Leonard. Sorry about that. My phone. I'm charging my phone, so I keep getting the screen that's popping up. I don't think John and Leonard care about money. They want to come up. No, I think they care about money, bro. I think they're worried about money. They are. Trust me, they're worried about money, bro. Dude, last night was fucking weird. Yeah, bro. I didn't catch the whole TikTok. I saw the rerun this morning. That's my first live early this morning was watching that rerun. Hey, what's up, OG Smalls? I'm chilling, bro. We're talking about expectations, man. But I was talking about, I'm about to wrap it up. I was talking about expectations as far as my YouTube channel because I was getting blocked. Like the Moni video that I uploaded, that Moni short, it got blocked like 5 times because I was trying to put music behind it. And that made me rethink everything. Like, man, am I going to be able to like add music to my videos? Am I going to be stuck, having plain Jane videos? Like, what's that going to do to my content and how people see it? So yeah, well, that's what I was talking about. And I was talking about how the video that I put out today, it does have music, but it wasn't blocked, and it's allowed to be monetized. So I was explaining that expectations can change if the conditions change, and we have to be aware of the changing conditions. We have to be aware of that. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Let's see. Now that kicking. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. Just chilling, yo. It's the weekend. Yeah, I'm staying up. Yeah, I'm not gonna be here too long, man. I just wanted to bounce off ideas from you guys, and put out a little content, put out a little context. They care about money, but also, yeah. I mean, but who doesn't, bro? You know, that's what I want to. I want to live happily ever after. También, bro. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Little Yo no, tienes una mente chuca, maje. Let's see. Integrity is also, yeah, exactly. Integrity. And when I started this channel, that's exactly what I promote. Like I've always promoted integrity. I may be right, I may be wrong. And if I'm wrong and I learn that I'm wrong, I'm man enough to accept it and apologize straight up. Like I have no problems with that. But I'm always going to speak my mind, and I'm always going to do things based on my beliefs, based on what I think, based on how I see things. And look, the more open minded you are, the more resistance you're going to get from people that you think are open minded too. You know, trust me, it happens. So, you know, as in life, as in everything in life, we have to just be ready to to stand on our principle, to stand on our beliefs, and not join the majority. Sometimes people will try to hold you back out of good intentions. They'll project their fears onto you. I know my parents did that a lot to me. They projected their fears of being in another country and all, not letting people get too close. They wanted to put those things on me, and I didn't let them. But I think it did affect me to a certain extent. High power Howard versus Kyle Angels, me on the one. Let's make it happen. You should make it happen, bro. Proponent. Juan dice que la paloma es que you're dumb, bro. Stand by what you say. Yeah, stand by what you say. Skittles, ya no quiere chumar. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. That's some weird ass fantasies. Say about, yeah, stand by what you say, and that's exactly it. But if the so, and that's what we were talking about. So if I'm not able to put the content that I'm normally used to because of YouTube restrictions, right? Which that's what I started the conversation with. That puts like a dent into my creativity, into the brand that I've been creating up until now. So that was my dilemma. But then today it was just blown out of the water because the video that I put out there has music, has all other things that I would have thought would have been blockable, and it wasn't blocked, and it's performing well, and it can get monetized. Skills gonna get stupid. So Pasmalo, bro. Love the background. Oh yeah, yeah. We're chilling, we're chilling. I might not be monetized because of that song, because of the music. But I didn't do this video to monetize. I just did it because I wanted to talk about these things. So that's as far as like expectation when we're talking about the expected outcome of something, right? Now I want to talk about expectation, but when we're talking about like whether the expectations that we put on other people or the expectations that other people put on us based on whatever. you know Let me see, you get monetized, yeah. Yeah, but then there's other shit that might not let you monetize a video. So there might be some restrictions that will apply. And what I was explaining was that before I was monetized, I was getting away with a bunch of shit. Now that I'm monetized, they're like constantly like, yeah. So that's what I was like maneuvering around that. That's where I'm at right now. But I think I'm understanding it, and I think I'll do a good job getting around it. I'm a student, bro. I'm forever a student. I'm gonna learn how to do this shit. You know what I mean? Look, it used to be, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's a combination of subscribers and views. That's why right now, if you guys look at Kimberly, they're constantly going live because they're trying to build the views. But see, I've have videos that get 1,000, 2,000 views, even though I was only like 400. Now I'm like at 516, 515, I believe. But I was getting like 1,000 views, 2,000 views on my videos. Right now, this video that I put up, as a matter of fact, let me check on it right now because I've been checking on it, bro. This video that I put out today, it's at 1,233 views. Let me see. So, which is pretty good, you know. Now it's been out for a while already. It's been like 14 hours, but it's doing pretty good numbers for my subscriber account. Like if you guys look at, for example, Skittles, yeah, hell yeah, Frank Hyper, yeah, it's no joke, bro. If you look, for example, at Skittles, he has 136,000 subscribers. Like bots or not, forget all of that. But he's only getting like 2,000, 3,000 views. Some of his videos do a little more, but compared to the 130,000 subscribers that he has, that's not even 10%, you know? But then I'm getting 3, 4 times my subscriber count of views on some of my videos. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like that's where you see like the difference, right? The difference. YTS software, yeah, yeah, they track everything, but they let you know before you load it at least. Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm at, bro. But I'm wiggling. Yeah, hey, respect to you, peaceful. Yeah, yeah, just the lanes, bro. I gotta find the loopholes. that's that's really what it is. I gotta find the loopholes in those restrictions. There are loopholes, but you just have to get good at it. And I've gotten good at everything, so I know get good at that too. Like I'm not even tripping. Respeto, cisco. Yeah, that's right. The only way I'll stop rocking with you, Ticas, is if you charge. Hey, I need $20 to get another glass of water, bro. You want me hydrated? You need to pay me so I can be hydrated, bro. All right, so as far as expectations that sometimes people put on us, man, I think those are hard. I think those are hard sometimes to overcome because sometimes we adopt them, we start believing in them, like we make them out to truly um, control us. And the first people that usually put their expectations on us are our parents, right? Or our family. They put expectations on us because they want us to do good. They want us to be better. So, a lot of times than the opportunities that they had, they want us to have better opportunities, which makes sense. But if you don't know what that looks like, it's hard to guide somebody. If you don't know what the terrain ahead looks like, you can't expect the person that you're trying to get ahead in life to, like, you won't be able to show them how. And that's what I'm talking about when I say that you have to know what it is that you're getting into, you know? But like I can't put like some crazy expectations on my kids. Like for example, oh, I want my son to be a neuro fucking surgeon, whatever, right? Or whatever, just a crazy ass fucking career, fucking rocket science. If I'm not a rocket scientist, now I'm not saying that people can't achieve it, but I'm saying don't set those expectations up too high if you yourself have not accomplished it. And I think that sometimes people place false expectations on us, on anybody, on everyone, usually out of good intention, but it doesn't work that way. If John ever ran for YouTube his slogan would be Hater. Yeah, that's right. I hear Eddie. Yeah, I'm bumping over here. Little Jimmy Drew. Yeah, I got a song of his I want to request. Yeah, bro. And Runner would be a sidekicks. Yeah, but anyways, we really have to stop trying to put expectations on people, man. If there's something that I've learned is that every person is different, no matter how related, no matter how friendly or whatever. It doesn't matter. Hey, what's up, Jay Slaughter, man? I'm chilling, bro. I'm chilling. um fuck, I hate that motherfucker, man. Anyways, yeah, so sometimes there are false expectations that are placed on us. Like even YouTubers do that shit. Like they place false expectations on us. Like our haters, right? They place false expectations on us. Like they try to coerce us through their expectations. Like, bitch, your fucking expectations don't mean shit. They don't move the needle. So that's right. um Let me see. I expect Moni to see the light and fall off. I think she, but and we're gonna get to that, bro. We're gonna get to that, and I agree, and I think that she's already on that path. But we'll get to that. Hey, what's up, JM805? Nice to see you, man. Hey, you got a nice little group of night owls in here, man. I'm not gonna be on too long. I just want to get this off my chest. When it comes to like expectations that we place on people and the expectations that are placed on us, like we gotta stop doing that shit. And that's why I believe in dialogue, but not everyone likes to dialogue. Some people just like to hear themselves. Like they don't accept like a different point of view. Like I will debate you. Like don't get me wrong, I will debate you, because at the end of the day, if I'm going to accept your point of view, I need to believe it. Right? I need to believe that it's acceptable. I need to believe that it's achievable. I need to believe that it's measurable. Like all of these things have to have a way of being tangible to me, whether even if it's just a vision, even if it's just rhetoric, even if it's a belief system, whatever it is. Maybe it's not something that you can truly touch, but it has to be tangible in the sense that I can see it, that I can understand it, that I can internalize it, that I can digest it, and that I can speak of it and I can translate it and transmit it. If I can't do that, then you haven't sold me the idea. And if you haven't sold me the idea, I'm not going to buy it. And that ties into all of this. It ties into the content that we put out. It ties into the alliances that we form. It ties into how trustworthy will we be, or are the people around us, if they're not able to speak about themselves and sell their concepts. And what happens is when you can't sell your concept, sometimes people tend to manipulate. And that's where you get the manipulators. That's where you get the deceivers. That's where you get all of these things. How do we keep jacking after you? I don't know what you guys are fucking talking about. You guys are going crazy in there. All right, let me see. Hey, what's up, Oakland? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oakland's chilling. We're chilling. We're chilling, Oakland. So we have to stop placing false expectations on people. What we need to do is dialogue. And what we can do is bounce ideas off of each other, right? We can do that and learn from each other, and then guide people in what we can guide them in, and learn from people what we need to learn from them. Like that to me is the only transactional type of relationship that we should be having. The transactional relationships that we should be having should not be based on money. They should be based on skill transfer, on best practices. Like, this is, look, I'm doing this, let me show you how to do it. You show, like what we were talking about, like the barter system. We need to have a barter system, but of the mind, a barter system of the soul, a barter system of what we're able to do. Like, what is it that we do here on this plane, right? Because some of it, some people have yet to reach. Some of us have yet to reach other planes, but if we're able to talk, it's easier to get to where we need to get. But sometimes we get so caught up in holding on to this one little thing that I have, and not share it, because this is what I have, and if I share it, I'm not gonna have anything. We fail to realize that the only vessel that will acquire something new is an empty vessel. And sometimes you have to empty yourself out of knowledge. You have to empty yourself out of what you know. And that's what I try to transmit every time I come on a live, every time I do a video. I try to transmit to you guys what I have, what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, and put it on a clipping, put it on a video, put it on a live, put it on a short. You're gonna get my point of view somehow. Our enemies are idealists. That's why they gravitate. Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's why I don't believe in the end justifies the means. I don't believe in that. I believe that, that's why my favorite team is Football Club Barcelona, because one of their whole things is, if we're gonna win with style. We're gonna win with grace, and we're gonna win with the way we play soccer. And that's why they don't always win, because they will die on that idea. And I believe that sometimes you have to die, and you have to die for an idea. Sometimes you have to. Sometimes it's called upon you to be a martyr, right? For the idea. Gotta say, it's one of those nights. Yeah, it's one of those nights. One of those nights. Copeland, to think your movements, Masters Leonard. All. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, yeah. I love seeing Mags here, Oakland here. Thank you guys for being here, ladies. That's right. That's right. Let's see. That's how Real Madrid is. No, they're not. I dig moral compass, brother. Sometimes I waver. We all waver, bro. I waver. I waver. But, like, look, I'm gonna give you guys an example, man. Sometimes I criticize, and I know that I have also talked about people's appearances. I'm guilty of that, but I also don't like it, right? So, I try to avoid it as much as I can. Do I always accomplish it? No, but 9 times, 8 times out of 10, I do. Right? And as long as the odds of me doing it are, or not doing something that I shouldn't be doing, or doing something that I should be doing, are greater, then that's fine. We can't beat ourselves up too hard either, bro. We can't. We're not perfect, man. No, they're not. How dare you, Ticas? I thought we were all welcome. Yeah, you're welcome, bro. But you know what's up, man. That Madrid is having a really bad year, a fucked up year, and then Mbappe made it worse. All right, loud and clear. Yeah, man. Let's see. I feel you on that, Frank. But sometimes we can't help, it, especially when people see, and that's where I'm like the odd man out. But it's cool. But see, that's why I can rock with ET, and that's why I can rock with you, because even though I have, and see, and that's what it should be, bro. And that's how we demonstrate loyalty. Is that even though I may see it differently, I'm still gonna rock with you, and we're still gonna be 100% ET on their necks. You know what I mean? But where I defer, bro, where I defer, I'm gonna let you know why. Well, this World Cup, I'm gonna ride with Argentina, bro. Um, you know why I defer with that, bro, is because we can't help that shit, bro. We can't help people talking shit. I've run into so many instances where I thought that the person that was supposed to be rocking with me is now talking shit. If every time it happened, it got to me, I would not be able to move forward because I would be stuck on that battle. And I'm a firm believer in what Winston Churchill said is like you're not going to stop and throw rocks at every dog that barks at you. You got to choose your battles. Some people are not worth the rock. Some people are not worth me looking around to find a rock to throw at them. But that's just me. Would I want other people to follow my example? Yes. But if they don't, and if the majority don't, then hey, the majority rules. I'll stick out of it. You guys make the decisions. I'll just look from afar and be like, all right, I'm still rocking with you guys, but in that decision, you guys handle it because the majority already spoke as to how they want to ride. That's how I am, bro. No voy a estorbar. I'm not going to be a nuisance either. I'm not going to be in there like, well, you guys got to do it. And now I become a wrench in the machinery, you see? So that's why I'm able to say, I personally don't care if they talk shit about me. I'm able to ignore it. But because other people do care, and maybe there's a reason why, I'm not going to go at odds against our own over something so true. Like it's not even a big deal. It's just a matter of opinion. I try my hardest to not judge people, but somewhere but you know what? You know what? And see, that's where my Christian side kicks in because that's where Jesus said, he who feels that he's the highest and the mightiest amongst you, let him serve the weaker ones, the ones that they feel aren't to par. Okay, well, you feel that you're all high and mighty, well then serve these little guys. you know so at the end of the day, we still have to accept them. Speaking biblically, of course. you know Yeah, and I agree, Oakland. I understand where you're coming from, but I hope you understand my point of view too, right? I'm not criticizing you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that I can see it, but I'm different because I see it this way. Like my point of view is different because I see it this way. But hey, man, you're still you and I still get down, and I'll fight and I'll die for your right to believe that and to think that. Let's see, resilience and courage. Success is not final. Fear is not fatal. The courage to continue. Yeah, bro. Look, one of the things that I've always said, and you guys can go back in some of my videos, is that I always say prepare to fail. You got to prepare to fail in every endeavor. You got to prepare to fail. And sometimes in relationships, we're going to fail. Some relationships will fail, you know? Now, there are some relationships that will fail, but not because they're not good relationships. It's just that the expectations, see, going back to expectations that we have were unrealistic. And that is why dialogue is important, because only through dialogue, only through open, honest dialogue, not hiding shit, not trying to manipulate, not trying to get the best of it, but having honest communication. When you do that, when you're able to speak honestly about how you feel and how you see things on both ends or however many parties are involved, that you will eventually come to an agreement. But when we do it suspiciously, when there's suspicion, when there's um fear, or doubt, it becomes harder to deal in truth because we're still like hiding behind something, like we're not letting everything out into the open. And maybe the intentions are good, but that will end up festering up somehow and it will become an issue. I've seen it happen time and time again. Hey, good evening, brother. Good evening. Yeah, I'm going down some wagering down the line. Hold on, remember. Let's see. Bro, I will indulge some. Yeah, 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 yeah. And there's I do too, bro. Like I do too. There's certain people that I just won't address. There's certain people I just won't, because it's, to me, it's like emotional quicksand, or how it's like, or energy vampires. And my time and my energy is too expensive, bro. Like I truly value my peace of mind. I value my space. I value being able to be in, maybe not always in control, but in control of my demeanor, in control of how composed I am. Like, I always want to be in control of that. Will there be times in which I demonstrate the contrary, in which maybe the passion gets to me? Yeah, there will be times, but I'm unapologetic when it comes to that too. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you, bro. But like I said, that's just, how I am. I'm not petty enough to go after strangers' looks, but I will get petty and go low with complete low lives without feel. Yeah, but like I said, it really depends, right? It really depends. I think it's a case by case basis. Now, if that's your go-to all the time, then to me it's like, okay, then that's just how you are, right? It's not that you're being selective, that's how you are. Like, you like, anytime you feel disrespect, you go hard on people. That's what I think. And sometimes it backfires, because sometimes someone that really is riding with you may be a little critical of something and let you know, and now you're a hater. That happens. It happens all the time. Joe, we shall indeed. Yeah, that's right. We bros from other motherfuckers. That's right. Indeed, indeed. That's right, Joe Below. Nice to see that we're all listening. Oakland, I'm with you on that. But some of them are so hateful and they really piss me off. Like, yeah, yeah. See, I don't. He, I'm not gonna lie and say that sometimes it hasn't, but I have also understood that that's exactly what they're trying to achieve. And then I remember that, wait a minute, I didn't even know these motherfuckers. I don't even know them from a can of paint. Like they weren't a factor in my life until like a few months ago. Like, why am I gonna now, after years of experience, allow for these That's why I call them Mosca. That's why. Shoot, 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 shoot. Mag speaking facts. Yeah, I mean, we're all speaking facts. We're all speaking from different points of view. But I'm always going to sell you mine. And like I said, from the very beginning, you have to be able to sell me your point of view if you really want me to believe it. I'll entertain it. I'll understand you, and we can, and we may choose to not see eye to eye on something, but I will still respect, love you, and ride for you. And Mag, you know what's up. Oakland, you know what's up. SOC, openness is important to listen. Always, always, because then you know what the true intentions are. Sometimes even in that dialogue, the hidden intentions come out. It's That's why I always talk about the long game. I talk about the long game. You guys, trust me. You don't have to believe me. Amen. To improve is to change. So to be perfect is to have changed often. Exactly, bro. Exactly. We have to change often. We can't be the same person all the time in every situation, because sometimes situations require us to handle it differently. Sometimes we may be sabotaging something. Sometimes we may be stepping too hard when we should be stepping lightly, and we'll get greater rewards. Once again, the long game, right? That's right. That's right. Tika, some people are extremely hard to care for, like, or love. Yeah. I agree with you. I'm in no way, shape, or form do I want you to think that I don't understand what you guys are saying. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys is how I see it, right? So that we can have that equilibrium, because I respect what you guys think. I respect it. I have been at that. I have been there too. I have been there where one. I mean, it was so bad when we were growing up that if someone came, like back in the '90s, if someone came and just did something like that to the to my head, I took it as a sign of disrespect, and it was on. Like, blick, 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 blick. I was not having that shit, or any disrespect. But then I started seeing that abrasiveness was invading other aspects of my life, because you become so guarded, and that adrenaline, and I've talked about this in other videos, that when you're too guarded, you may also lose opportunities. Sometimes it's good to feel pain. Sometimes it's good to feel shame. Sometimes it's good. Like, look at all of these motherfuckers, all of these shameless ass motherfuckers. They don't feel no shame. Sometimes feeling shame, sometimes feeling lost, sometimes feeling humbled, sometimes feeling, embarrassed is good. Those are things that kept us safe. Those are things that kept us respectful back in the day. These motherfuckers behind these keyboards do not understand none of that, because they haven't felt true shame. Like, to be in front of everybody and have that shame in front of real living, breathing people, not behind these screens. I don't know if I'm making sense, guys. I don't know if I'm making sense. You know? Because hell yeah, we straightened out shit for, yeah, bro. You see, that's what it was. Let me see. I'm very prideful. I'm in real life, so sometimes this energy gets to me. So I just gotta roll with the punches a little better. Yeah, bro. The rope a dope, bro. Hey, Ali. Hey, why is Muhammad Ali called the greatest? If you think about it in boxing styles, right? And if you think about kung fu, why is the drunken style of kung fu one of the elevated styles? Because you roll, you fall, but you get up, and your resilience. The resilience is the aspect I need you guys to focus on. Resilience requires for us to be nimble, to be like water. Let me see. What do you think of those that talk literal but listener reads between the lines when the speaker does mean it? So, look, I think that actions speak louder than words. And I think that if someone has proven and has shown you who they are enough times, you will know if you can trust their words or not, or if they're talking between the lines or not. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but to me, it's actions. It's the actions. I can't deceive you with my words. I'm going to deceive you with my actions, right? Like, I can tell you this and it may not be true, but the only way you're going to see it is when my action shows you that I'm lying, right? That's usually how it goes. The '90s were weird. Yeah, it was weird, bro. Shows, yeah, because there. See, once again, expectations, right? Expectations. We expect people to see things the way we do, but we don't understand that their motivations may be totally different than ours. And that change in motivation also means that there might be a whole change in how their brain is connected and how they see things. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie Style Wars, that like documentary, that graffiti hip hop documentary from the 80s. It's called Style Wars. So you have all of these graffiti artists that are really artistic, right? They get on the trains, they throw up pieces, but then there's this one character that appears towards the end, Cap. And that fool, his whole mission was, okay, I see a nice piece. Shh, I'm gonna put cap with crude letters across this motherfucker and ruin it. And that was his claim to fame. That was his motivation. And all the other guys were like, "What? Fuck this guy. Why is he doing it?" But then came the hypocrisy. Hey, you guys are painting walls, and people are telling you it doesn't look good. Yet you continue doing it. Now someone is doing it to you. You see how that works? You can learn a lot from just paying attention to things. Yeah, they're shameless, bro, and they need to feel shame. That's the whole thing. Success is not final, failure is not fatal. Yeah, that's right, bro. That's right. That's right. There's pretty much nothing bad that could happen. Yeah, and I think that it's not so much that you want anything to happen, but it's you know there's no respect, man, and it gets hard when there's no respect, right? That's what I'm saying. It depends on who it is. It's a case by case basis, bro. It's on a case by case basis. OG palabra, bro. That's right, OG. Making a lot of sense. I'm just trying to explain my point of view as to how I see things. Then you guys don't have to accept it. I just, but we're having a conversation. I'm listening. I'm reading you guys, and hey, I understand too. You know, no empathy. Oh, that drives me crazy when people are always looking for some. So yeah, but but that comes out of fear. When you're suspicious of everything, it comes out of fear, but out of a personal fear, and sometimes they're unfounded fears. Maybe someone did do you dirty, but that does not mean that the majority of people will do the same thing. And sometimes shit just happens by mistake. Sometimes you may misspeak, or you write something in the comment section and people see it a certain way, but you didn't mean it that way at all. Shit just happens. It happens. A lot of things get lost in translation. A lot, a lot. Always be yourself, search yourself, faith in yourself. Oh yeah, that Bruce Lee said that, man. That's a good quote. I can't see anything about happening, Batman. Yeah. Okay, okay. Let me see. You seen the movie Amor Desperado? Yeah, I've seen that movie, bro. That's one of those movies where you can see like the expectations, what the expectations are. Once something changes, it throws everything off. I've seen Star Wars. I know people have drinks with Cap. Yeah, he became famous. He was like in one of the original trolls. Like, he was an asshole, like straight up asshole, bro. But yeah, but that was his claim to fame. But yeah, yeah. Do not pray. Yeah, there you go. Hey, them Bruce Lee quotes are fire, bro. I know most of the famous ones. That Netflix doc on Mr. Cartoon. I haven't seen it, bro. But we grew up, man, during the time of Mr. Cartoon. So I might watch it, but we grew up like seeing it evolve. The Joker brand, all of that. His collaborations with Psycho Realm, Cypress Hill, other rappers, and just his tattoo work, all of that shit, bro. I used to go to the shop right there, and I went once before everything went down. Oh yeah, or Han Cholo. There was an artist called Han Cholo, and yeah, it's pretty dope. Star Wars, but barrio themed. I can be all nice and loving to us. Yeah, yeah. Hey man, we're gonna be who we are. Ticas, hell the backspace. Let me see. I plan on it. All right, let's see. Ticas. That movie is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. Cats became a slang term your fear for going over people was definitely, yeah, definitely, bro. Hey, what's up, Triple TX? Chilling, man. We're over here getting our conversation on, bro. So yeah, expectations. So yeah, look, I think that's one of the things that drives us crazy about like the trolls and people like that is because of expectations, is because you expect them to realize that their actions are not productive. And if anything, not only are they counterproductive, but they instigate and they, anger people. you know, it's like, and that's why I said in my video yesterday when we were talking. Yeah, we're up late, man. That's when I was talking in my video um yesterday about catching fades. You know, sometimes you gotta catch a fade. Sometimes, people get comfortable being disrespectful because they know they can't get touched. And I'm not talking about touched in like the most violent way, like these fools try to make it. Oh, he's threatening my life. I'm talking about touched like just just I'm gonna slap your ass for fucking being disrespectful. I'm just gonna slap you, and then however you take it, and if you retaliate, then it's a fight, motherfucker. But I'm gonna slap your ass. Like some people just need to get slapped. There's some footage from Star Wars. Yeah, they got the whole movie, bro. Fuck the trolls. Yeah, man, fuck them. Yeah, man, that's right. Hell yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I hate trolls, man. But see, flies have a reason to exist, and they're always on top of shit. They're just there to break down the shit. They can get all this money. Yeah, they can get like fucking like a raid can, bro. Charles. But like I said, but that's what I'm saying. I mean, yes, we know that and we know it, but I don't spend my life like my life does not freeze up because a fly fucking landed on the table or maybe landed on a corner of whatever fucking sandwich I was eating. It'll piss me off, but that's not going to paralyze me and I'm not going to be thinking about it the whole day. You know what I mean? And I think that that's how we have to move along. Sometimes it's going to annoy us. Sometimes we're going to fucking cuss them out, do whatever. But it should never be at a level where it controls us and it stops us from being who we are and doing what we're going to do. Fuck all that. Yeah, exactly, Frank. But these shows will never mean no. Yeah, they won't, bro. But that's the whole point. That's the whole point. So if we know this, right, do the home. Just think about it. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm just saying, if I know I can't get to the guy, if I know that the words and all of these things, they're not really changing who I am. They're not getting between the relationship I have with my loved ones. Like outside of here, I'm doing all of these other things. That's where how big or how much should it really affect us in the grand scheme of things? Is all I'm saying. That's something you guys need to think about. Now, if for you it's relevant, then there's a reason for it to be relevant, and I respect it. And that's why I always say, man, I'll go with what the majority says. Like, I don't ever want to be the one to say, no, we got to do it this way. No, but once again, I will always speak my mind and say exactly what I think. Right? That's just a given. That's right. We're all mods. There's just and zero. Yeah, that's pretty much true. That's true. At this point in life, I realized pretty quickly who is incapable of changing, even though many will look. Sometimes people say they're changing, and what there really is, they're finding a new way to manipulate a situation. Hey, and manipulation isn't necessarily bad, but manipulating because you can't do it the right way, the righteous way. That's what I have a problem with. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Yo, Frank, love you. And hey, thank you, bro. I always keep it real, bro. Like I always try to let you guys know exactly what I think and how I feel. And like I said, I'm not challenging anybody in their thoughts. I'm just okay. I see it that way, but I see it this way. That's all I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you for being here, bro. I really want to meet with Snap. Yeah. Hey, bro, listen, I have no, like I said in my video, man, I'll run a fade. Like sometimes the fade is good. It's good to run a fade. Sometimes. Sometimes you have no other option to build a wall. Sometimes it's the only way you can. Yeah, that's exactly it. So just so you guys know, um, I get tagged by all of them on their videos. Like I get tagged on fucking Mrs. Nobody. I get tagged. I don't go and watch your shit. Like, and the only times that I do go is when someone's insisting. Look, this is. They said this. Look, fuck. Let me go see. And then I end up getting fucking mad because I can't fucking listen to 5 minutes of that shit. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. Like you want to see something, you want to understand it, but it's like they make it so hard because I can't stand how they speak. I don't know. I don't like it. You know. Though you're on, yeah. See, and that's another thing. So you guys know that, like what Triple OTX is saying. You guys know that's somewhat true because they're really fixated on me, which I understand. I understand that they see me a certain way. Once again, expectations. Their expectations as to who I am within the movement, right? They have this certain expectation of who they think I am, and it's wrong. It's wrong because they really don't understand the get down. And that's why I don't put any expectations on them fools because I'm like, man, if they are capable of doing all of these things, I know that they're capable of anything over stupid shit. Am I? No, you're online. Sometimes you have to change the setting from, like, I think it's top chat to live chat. Put it on live chat and you should be able to see everybody. I don't ever watch it. Yeah, I don't, bro. Like I don't watch it, and I've done that too. But sometimes people will insist, like, look, all right, let me just go, and I'll do it because I don't want to be disrespectful. But at the same time, I don't really need to. Like I already know where it's gonna go, like what they're gonna talk about. All they're gonna do is talk shit. Yeah, you got them for. And sometimes we have to tear a wall down. Yeah, sometimes too. Sometimes it depends. It depends. It depends. Every situation has a different reaction. Every situation has a different solution, has a different strategy to deal with. We can't deal with every situation the same. We can't. Sometimes we have to get in close before we can, you know, terrorize everybody on that side. That's right. Let's see. People will always try to spin. Yeah, yeah. See, and look, I don't like narratives. I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. Like, it may seem like we spin narratives. For example, in my videos, it may seem like I'm spinning a narrative. No, what I do is I just give you my point of view, just like in this live. In this live, all I can do is give you my point of view. Now, some people get upset because they want to convince you of seeing it their way. And what I want everybody to understand is that we are not obligated to accept a point of view unless you're able to sell it to me. Like, don't force me. Like, no, you can't force me. You have to convince me. Because if you can convince me that your point of view is the best, I'm going to be the strongest proponent of that point of view. Like, if you can sell me that point of view and I can adopt it and accept it as truth, as this is fucking some life changing shit, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down alongside of you to back it up. You know what I mean? But don't come at me half-assed. Don't try to manipulate me with tears. Don't try to come play the victim so that I can be all right and I can, give in a little bit. Nah, fuck that. Come to me with respect. Come to me and sell me your point of view. And if I don't accept it, that doesn't mean that we can't talk. It just means that in this particular situation, I don't see eye to eye with you. But that's all good. We don't have to. You may like vanilla ice cream and I may detest that shit. That does not mean we can't get along. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm just rambling on at this point. Let me see. Okay, we're over here. Okay. Hey, Central Cali Certified Interview Gunners X. Yeah, I saw that, bro, but we'll check it out. That's right. Let's see. Pregunta, because you skipped my comment. I know you don't do that. So, oh yeah, I don't know, but I didn't see your comment. No, I saw that you asked about timing out. Let me see. Let me go back. Maybe I didn't see it. Maybe I didn't read it. Sometimes it goes by. Trust me. If I'm not looking at them one by one. Look, the last comment that I see is one that says Han Solo. And then, what do you think of those attacks? I that one I answered, and I said that I think they do it out of fear. But I think I answered Jay Slaughter, but it was based on this question. But yeah, I did answer that. I think they do it out of fear. I think people that are always looking into something is just fear. They're afraid of losing. They're afraid of not being in control. That's what I think about that. Let me see. He semis to you as well as a Southern Cali life. No, Jimmy. Yeah. OG just watched it. Super funny. Okay. Yeah, Los Villas de Villa. Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. It's like I'm never gonna dumb it down, and I'm not gonna just say, yeah, 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 okay, yeah, all right, cool. If I don't think it's cool, I'm gonna let you know why I don't think it's cool. But at the end of the day, I'll be like, okay, but if the majority rides this way, fuck it, let's ride. Right? I may not agree with it, but that does not mean I'm not gonna ride with us, because we are a unit where we all get down. And then there's going to be situations in which it's going to be my point of view that may be the favorable one, and you should be able to respect the fact that that's what's happening. If I'm able to sell my point of view, and that is enough to do it my way, there should not be any hate, because that goes up and down. It depends. It's a situational thing. Yeah, he's full of papas, bro. Let me see. Some people get upset when I point out that Skylar was born with. Oh man, that was. I needed that laugh. That was good. Yeah, that was crazy. He said, "Don't touch me." That you guys are dumb. Oakland, why would you be on time? Yeah, yeah, Oakland. I don't know what we're talking. I don't do that. I don't do none of that. I mean, we're all family in here. You're trust me. I'm not gonna get offended by anybody's point of view. But like I said, I don't know what could have happened. I thought I had answered it, but I answered it right after. The one as a solid wood. Okay, okay. She's supposed to. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Well, ask me now. Ask. Put it now. Put it in the next section, and I'll read it. I may have skipped it. There's a lot of things that I'm skipping just because people are writing. Like if right here I can see that says new comment, and there's like about 10 comments I have not seen. So I'm sorry if it happened. I apologize. The Nugs interview, yeah, probably. Let me see. Right on Ticas. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh yeah, ask again, because there's not. Don't take it personal. Yeah, trust me, I would never do anything like that, At least not willingly. At least not willingly. Free nugs. All right, let me see. Who is this? Who is this? I don't even know if who or you are. Because I already said why. I already said why. I'm not gonna continue repeating myself. Jimmy believe, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. I take no offense. Okay, cool. Well, I would hope. I would hope. Trust me, not trust me. Man, I don't know. Once again, expectations, expectations. See, these are the type of things that we need to be careful of. We have to be that. That's why I'm telling you guys. Not every situation requires a suspicious mind, and I'm only suspicious. The only time that I get suspicious about something is when it doesn't add up, and it's not if it's not adding up in real time. You know, and I'll give you an example right now. Yeah, I'll give you an example. For example, this: if you can't sleep, just go brothel, Frank. Why would I go to a brothel, bro? See, so you see, I was already suspicious of this with the first comment. But you see how they just threw that brothel thing in there? Why would I go to a brothel? Have you not heard what we talk about here? I mean, if you're new, then you're lost. But I don't think you're lost. I think you found yourself over here because you know who we are. So for you to mention brothel, you think I will not understand what the fuck you're talking about? Come on, bro. You're fucking with the best. Yeah, you're fucking with the best, homie. Yeah, un gallito, bro, un gallito. You know what's up. That's what they're talking about. Yeah, let's go to a brothel. Yeah, yeah, bro. Like, how do you just say that out of the blue to someone that you supposedly don't know, right? Yeah. So and that is where you guys need to see, right? Look, the trolls are coming in. You know, that's how you need to see. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Imagine these guys think that they have some sort of like authority over what we talk about or what we say. It's not ever gonna stop. That's right. That's right. Look over here. How can you learn when you block content? Why are you still talking about me, homie? I don't talk about you, bro. Do I look for you? Do I? See, you couldn't keep your word, bro. That's all I gotta say to you. Yeah, you guys are awake at 3 in the morning. Wow. Well, it's 3 here. That's crazy. You see. Hey, I'm gonna tell you guys something in a little bit. But yeah, so you have see that's where you have to be suspicious is when you don't is when it comes from people that you don't know. But when it comes from people that you do know, that you're supposedly chopping it up with, and you already kind of know how they get down, you know, shouldn't be warranted. You know, it's just suspicion shouldn't be warranted. That's probably why they're mentioning it. Yeah, Jimmy fired on the. Did they? I don't know. Good shot. Man, this is yeah, pretty much. Let's see, Ticas. That's because he goes there. Yeah, that's pretty. Because that's exactly. See, Mag. There's so there, if you know, I'm gonna say it in English too, because there may be people that don't understand it. But there's a saying in Spanish. Yes, el tigre juzga por su condición, right? El tigre juzga por su condición. Like the tiger judges based on his condition. Once again, expectations, right? So they judge based on their condition. They think that because they're in this condition, everybody else is the same and thinks the same. I have never had to pay for the lay. Never had to, only Frito Lays, yeah, for chips, yeah, definitely had to pay for those. Although I remember doing store runs and shit like that. Keep making working if you don't know what you have to say. You only find, yeah, bro. Hey, listen, bro. I have my voice. I found my voice a long time ago, and ever since I found it, I realized that it's tied to a fountain that is constantly brewing. It's like a spring, bro. You know, and I give thanks to God that He gives me the capacity of just flowing, and putting my thoughts and my words together and just delivering upon what I have to say because I think that that's my strength. And that's what they can't stand, that I pierce through their screens. They got to come and check me out. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you guys are crazy. Yeah, we're rolling, bro. We're rolling. Este Jimmy está loco. Estás loco, güey. They're still talking shit. Jimmy. Apparently, I don't. I would never know, bro. I would never know. Look, I'm gonna talk about her right now. I'm gonna say something about her, and she'll probably get word of it. And I know they're gonna clip this shit. I don't give a fuck. But I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm not attracted, just like that. I'm not attracted. not everything I not everything to me is looks. For there has to be substance. And also there has to be an alignment of what my beliefs are. And anybody that tells me they want to be the next Candace Owens, that's it. That's it. I'm not, how can I fuck with you? Like in any capacity, if that's your role model, come on. Like, yeah, I mean, if you guys hear how I talk about certain things, you're gonna know how I see things in certain ways. So that's why you go, ay, déjalo, pobrecito, ay, déjalo, andan perdidos estos güeyes por acá. Yeah, let me see, sorry, yeah. I can't see. He was in the other guy's chat. The preacher guy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I ain't tripping though. I ain't tripping. I mean, I don't trip because once again, it's okay. They can do whatever they want, man. Like they can go out, they can come here too. But if I block people, that's my prerogative too. Like if I time people out, that's my prerogative. Why are you gonna come and try to tell me what to do on my channel and my comments? Come on, it's not gonna happen. you know and there's some shit. Why do I need to see someone like just speaking foul, in a way that's not even productive? Because I can be foul and be productive. Like I can tell you you're a piece of shit because you do this and this and that, and I'm being foul, but I'm letting you know why. But just to throw out insults, just to fucking, just to be insulting, and just using the like the dirtiest words, if I don't want to see it, I'm gonna fucking remove it, and that's it, plain and simple. And don't come at me with your fake trolls, because I'm gonna figure you guys out. I always do. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So yeah, there's a few fuckers trying. Hey man, sometimes they come disguised as the friendly type. Just keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. Look, I may be almost like falling asleep, but my eyes are always open. That made me laugh to think the stupid shit. Look, ticas, el león cree que todos son. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Y no es así. Y no es así. O sea, no todos estamos en las mismas condiciones, ¿no? Incluso podemos estar en las mismas condiciones, pero cómo te enseñaron, cómo te criaron, lo que tú has aprendido, todo eso también va a determinar los pasos y las decisiones que tú tomes. Y yo soy un fiel creyente en que si yo entiendo mis circunstancias y si yo entiendo cuáles son mis valores, mis fortalezas, mis pensamientos, mis creencias, yo voy a tomar la decisión correcta el 90% del tiempo. Y ese 10% donde no tomé la decisión correcta es aprendizaje. Y ese aprendizaje me hará más fuerte, me hará más poderoso. Y la próxima vez que lo intente, no solo lo voy a lograr, sino que voy a ser chingón in what I do. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get down over here. Man, see, and I can go on like this all day long. El que tiene hambre, that's true. El que tiene hambre en pan piensa. That's right, Jimmy. Nice to see you. Yeah, he who is hungry thinks of bread, right? Thinks of how to fill that stomach, that stomach cavity. I'm not Salvadoreño, though I'm just a dumb. Well, aren't you what? Aren't you fucking Puerto Rican? That football man, yeah, the Burger talking about eating the Whopper. That's stupid. It's stupid, bro. I ate Whoppers. I ate a Whopper today. Actually, as a matter of fact, I ordered Whoppers. Because we like them every now and then. Not all the time, but every now and then we'll buy it. So it's got como vives juzgas. Yeah, como vives juzgas. That's true. Como vives juzgas. That's exactly right. You know, that's why I judge the way I judge. Así vivo. See, dude's a fucking weirdo for sure. Let's see. Joe Below, are they really part of his flock? Is that right? I find some people can follow others so blind. Well, hey, Han Solo. What I find interesting is that you would know these things when you mention them already. But to each his own. See. I'm just here because I can't see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm. Jenkins, the philosopher. Let's see. It's a valid question, Hasbro. Slaughter right now. Listen. Yes, he preaches. Yep, Frank. Yep, Frank. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Ticas, I love the Spanish. Damn, bro. Peach, bro. Hey, I try. I'm always going to be authentic, and I just speak from, the Bible says that out of the fullness of your heart, the mouth speaks, right? Like you speak out of the fullness of your heart. Like what's already there, that's what's going to come out. So, I don't got to fake it. I just got to take it. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. You know what? I'm hungry. I'm about to go look for some fruit or something because I know exactly what you're saying. I know. But like I said, I'm not trying to convince people. I just want people to understand how I see things, and how I think because it's important because I think that, when people deal with me, it's not like I haven't already told you guys how I am. It's out there. Like I've been very honest. I put it on a live, and this live is going to stay up just like my other lives. I don't need to delete shit. Like I don't need to feel guilty or ashamed of something that I said, or maybe it was something incriminating, so I deleted it. Fuck all that. El tiempo de guerra, cualquier hoyo está. Mira, te voy a terminar quitando el ranch boss. Slaughter, I kind of got the vibe, but to each his own to stand by oneself or follow the flag. Buy your liquors, who says that? Pop, live for Leonard, saying you Ricky. Yeah, man. See that, and that's why I've always said, man, that Joker has been complicit in those scams. But once again, when we talk about expectations, that's probably what Skittles expects. But look at how the tables have turned, because now that Skittles is getting supposedly ready for a fight, Joker does not have his back. Like, how are these guys not able to see this shit? Like, we can see it. Maybe it's like when you're watching people play chess or something, and you got that vision from above, and you can see it. Maybe that's what we have. Maybe we're seeing it from above, and that's why we can see that they're fucking. Joker doesn't give a fuck about Skittles. Well, I think it goes both ways sometimes. Got my nah, man. Let's see one of those brown things you can just start to. Yeah, bro. I read all of that. It makes you wonder why you only chose to be the one. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, you got it. That's right. That's right. Ticas. I'm half Puerto Rican, but I one of my first crushes was a Boricua. She was beautiful. And then my fourth crush was a Boricua too. And I never dated a Boricua only because um, I never met someone long enough like a Boricua for that. Well, back in the day, obviously now, I'm married. I'm happy, but back when I was out there doing my thing, you didn't find too many Boricuas out there. Beautiful. Now I understand, Max. I see. Como mierda, no, dame. Yo sé, ma, yo sé. Igual te voy a quitar el ranch. Eso le dijo Johnny a Skittles, te voy a quitar el wrench, pero con el crease. Right on, right on. That's right. I think I'm down with visiting. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's U.S. It's U.S. territory, bro. Why not? Jimmy using it's crazy. I get eaten. Yeah, it's morning already, bro. It's morning. I'm about to shut it down. I'll give it 15 more minutes. I'm gonna close it down because I think I got my points across. I think you guys understand what I'm talking about. And I'm always gonna be me. I'm always gonna, but I respect you guys. I respect everybody's point of view. No, I care too much about us continuing to be strong than for me to ever get into like into childish skirmishes over not understanding what I said, or not understanding what you said, or why did she say that? Why did she say it that way? When we're talking about reading between the lines, it's like if you've never shown me any disrespect, and I've never shown you any disrespect, why would I take something as a disrespect? And we have to be able to talk about it. Like if I say something that you took as a disrespect, let me know. Like come at me like, hey, you know what? When you said this, I kind of took it away. And I kind of felt this way because of this and this and that. And I'll tell you straight up if I meant it or not. Then if I meant it, I'll let you know why. And I'll tell you, hey, look, the reason why I said this, yeah, you're right because of this, blah, blah, blah. Or well, it's not because of that, it's because I'll tell you, but it goes both ways. Right, it goes both ways because I may hear something or I may read something, and I don't want you to take it a certain way. If I ask you, like, "Hey, what did you mean by this?" Like, I don't want you to be all the defensive either. Like, you know what I mean? That's why when I said that you have to have honest and open dialogue with people, that's exactly why. Because you don't want to be holding on to something that can turn into a grudge later on. Joe, share. Here you go. All right. So, let's see, OG. You gotta have a real idea. Just get on a plane. Yeah, that's true. No, I'm just go see Ticas. Yeah, that would be cool, man. If you guys could come down, that'd be fun, man. There's a lot of nice places I could put you up and down here. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna stop my live. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna try to catch some Z's. I'm gonna wake up late tomorrow. It's my day off. I'm gonna go to the dentist though. Um, but yeah, it's been fun. I think I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish with this live. I'm glad that all of you guys came. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much. Okay. Um, let's see. No Cat Frank, you're the most honest person. Hey, man. Thank you. I try to be, bro. I try to be as honest as I can. And I am. But I know that there's other people that keep it real too, and that's why I'm down with ET. That's why I'm down with the movement, because even though we don't always see eye to eye, we respect each other, and we got each other's back, and that's the good thing. Man, get your birth certificate, OG. Or you fucking around too much, bro. A green card. Oh, geez, but yeah, passports work too, bro. Just a passport. That's all you need. Like, OG Smart. Hey, where's Park? Hey, you can get them fake IDs in Echo Park and MacArthur Park over there in LA, bro. That's where everyone used to get their fake, their fake everything. Because I remember subscribing to your channel a couple of years ago, saw a few of your first videos. It's pretty cool to catch you live. How long you been in ES now? 26 years. 26 years. I've been down here 26 years. Made it through, man. I made it through the worst. And I thank God that I have the opportunity to be out here, and to be present, and to be able to chop it up with you guys. So thanks a lot, man. John, and a few years ago I started my channel, but I didn't start really working on it until this year, a few months ago. John de Dios. Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm gonna end this. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. I'm just gonna catch these last few chats. Let me see. AT Frank, that's right. The movement moving forward, always moving forward. Mags, I'm a U.S. citizen, but my 13, she needs consent. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you want to travel, no, well, yeah. I mean, yeah. But even within the U.S., bro, I don't know. I've never had to worry about those things, so I don't know. All right, that's right. Have a good night, bro. Then you're stupid. Chistoso. Ticas, the first cleaned up MacArthur. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you know what I'm talking about. MacArthur Park used to be the spot. I got a picture when I was a kid with my mom and my sister at MacArthur. I still have it there. You'll be hearing from Ticas. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being with me. Thank you guys for accompanying me tonight. I'm going to shut it down, guys, but not before saying that My prayers are to constantly be better, and my prayers are for you guys to be blessed, for your families to be blessed, and for us to continue doing what we're doing. You guys are seeing the results of what we do with the people that approach us, with the people that want to share their stories, with the people that open their eyes because of our intervention, the people that feel our support. We're just going to keep doing what we do. It don't stop. And I just want to thank you guys for supporting me. Enjoy your night, guys. Enjoy your night. If not, go to sleep. Try to get some shut eye. I know I'm about to try to get some shut eye. Cheers to all of you guys. Cheers, and like I always say, until next time, guys. Peace.